Welcome to Daily Gossip. You will get daily Hollywood updates here, so remember to subscribe for the latest videos. When it comes to resilience, reinvention, and rewriting the rules of fame, Lindsay Lohan is an icon who has never allowed the weight of public opinion to silence her authenticity or limit her expression. Her recent appearance in a daring bikini, one that sent fans into a whirlwind of admiration, nostalgia, and debate, did more than just light up the internet. It reignited a cultural conversation about beauty, confidence, and self-ownership. Emerging from the shadows of a turbulent past, Lindsay has stepped fully into a new light, one where she controls the lens, the narrative, and the energy surrounding her image. The photos, taken on a sun-drenched shore with a backdrop of crystal blue waves and golden sand, didn't just showcase a glamorous star on vacation. They told the story of a woman who has fought her way back into the spotlight on her own terms. Wearing a bold, eye-catching two-piece that balanced elegance with unapologetic edge, Lindsay's look exuded vintage Hollywood sensuality with modern-day confidence. The cut of the bikini left very little to the imagination, not in an exploitative way, but in a manner that demanded respect for her courage to present herself as she is, real, radiant, and redefined. She didn't just wear the bikini, she wore years of survival, stardom, criticism, reinvention, and pride. The paparazzi snaps and social media buzz weren't simply about fashion, they were about legacy. They were about how someone once written off by tabloids could flip the script and become the headline, the main character in her own reclamation story. The fans reacted with awe, excitement, and deep emotional connection. Some praised her fearless glow-up. Others felt protective, remembering the days when Lindsay's every move was scrutinized. But the overwhelming sentiment was clear. This wasn't just a celebrity on a beach. This was a milestone. Her toned figure, accentuated by the bikini's intricate detailing and high fashion cuts, stood as a symbol of strength, not scandal. The angles captured her striking jawline, the confidence in her stride, and that timeless fire in her eyes that has kept audiences fascinated for decades. Comment sections flooded with applause. "She's never looked more powerful," one user wrote. "Lindsay just reminded the world that she's not a memory, she's a movement," posted another. Style critics chimed in, comparing her look to iconic bombshells like Brigitte Bardot or Sophia Loren, saying Lindsay had effortlessly merged vintage glamour with bold modern rebellion. Media outlets ran headlines like "Lohan Unleashed" and "Red-haired royalty returns," and soon enough, her photos had gone viral across platforms, from Instagram to TikTok. The power of those pictures wasn't just in the fabric or fit, but in the unapologetic energy Lindsay radiated. She was owning her body, her image, and her moment in time. As the waves of public reaction continued to swell in the days following Lindsay Lohan's eye-catching beach appearance, the ripple effect of her bold fashion moment began to transcend celebrity gossip columns and evolve into a defining conversation of empowerment, liberation, and legacy. This was more than just a bikini moment. It became a cultural statement. The sheer confidence Lindsay exuded, arms raised, sun-kissed skin glowing, eyes shaded yet determined, spoke volumes louder than any script she ever delivered on screen. It symbolized a full-circle moment for the actress who once embodied America's sweetheart in Parent Trap, evolved into a teen icon with Mean Girls, and later bore the burden of living under a relentless spotlight during her most formative years. Her journey has been nothing short of cinematic, and this latest chapter, marked by those bikini photos, felt like the climactic rise of a phoenix. In a media age where youth, perfection, and curation dominate narratives, Lindsay's raw, unfiltered presence was refreshing. No Photoshop, no overstaging. Just Lindsay, her authentic self, standing proud, embracing every curve and every imperfection with a kind of fearless elegance only a woman who's seen the full spectrum of fame could muster. Experts in fashion and pop culture quickly drew comparisons to iconic moments in history, like Marilyn Monroe's beach shots or Madonna's provocative 90s era, but with a twist. Lindsay was reclaiming her body and her image in an era where women are finally being celebrated for their truth, not their filtered facade. The photos created shockwaves, not just for their sultriness, but for their emotional weight. She wasn't just posing. She was making a statement that vulnerability is strength, that aging in Hollywood is beautiful, and that no tabloid can define her legacy. Fan tributes, artwork, and even TikTok montages poured in, with captions like Lohan's Renaissance, Queen Energy Unlocked, and She Never Left. We just needed to catch up. Media coverage stretched globally. Magazines from the US to the UK, Italy to Australia celebrated her return, her courage, and her unapologetic re-entry into the world of stardom on her own terms. Fashion brands took notice too, with whispers in industry circles suggesting that Lindsay's look might inspire an upcoming retro glam swimwear revival. Stylists hailed her as a trailblazer who blended timeless allure with fearless modernity. And beyond the glitz and gloss, what resonated most deeply was the emotional chord Lindsay struck. For every woman told she was too much, for every starlet buried under criticism, for every comeback story waiting to be written, Lindsay became the beacon. She reminded the world that a woman's story isn't over when others say it is. It continues, evolves, and sometimes returns even more brilliantly than before. Her bikini photos may have pushed boundaries, sparked controversy, and raised eyebrows, but more importantly, they shattered expectations, challenged norms, and redefined what it means to be both a survivor and a star in today's Hollywood. So, if you thought Lindsay Lohan's best days were behind her, think again. This is not just a comeback. This is a rebirth. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Daily Gossip for more celebrity stories, Hollywood updates, and inspiring journeys every day.